Hello guys, I'm rolling for the plot triggered after the chapter 2 of Black Myth Wukong. I would like to share the details I discovered here, and don't blame me if I'm like a little bit organizing. The story started with a winter. The guy was carrying a backpack, looked like a scholar. He was taking a dangerous path to leave home, and he saw the fox injured, and he saved her. The fox tried to leave but didn't succeed, and she was taken home by the scholar. The scholar forgot his backpack, and he probably only wanted to save the fox. His home, this cabin, looked like old and shabby and poor. Note the fox was injured in the left leg, not the arm. Now it's morning. The fox somehow became injured in her left hand, indicating it was starting to be a dream, and then they live happily ever after. In this game, the fox said she wanted the guy to live a good life and repay his kindness. They both look so happy. They were even preparing to have a baby. At this point, both the scholar and the fox were kind and harmless. The scholar had no family, so the fox became his wife and gave him children and to make him happy. Through the shadow here, we can see the fox was giving birth to her child. It's a boy. They were raising chickens here. Then here the fox showed her true nature and wanted to eat chicken, but her husband stopped her. I didn't see the fox had a chicken or not, but from here on the chicken were gone, so I think they might have been eaten in the end. Their kid went to school and got some good grades. There were suddenly two strange kids here. At first, I thought they were the grandchildren of the scholar. But until the end of the story, when the fox started eating humans, I still couldn't find his daughter-in-law either. So are these two children their new son and daughter? The story was starting to get weird at this point. The fox started to eat humans. First, with the kids, the guy was so scared. The fox was eating the adult. The fox, his wife, revealed her true form. Although it was a dream, but still a good beginning turned into a bad and evil ending. The guy woke up and realized it was a dream, but somehow it has already become like his mental burden. He was too scared to keep the fox. So here we can think about how the story relates to this chapter. Listen to this familiar music and singing style. The scholar turned the fox into a scarf. He was going back to get his backpack. I feel like the voice behind the scene was from Linji Buddha. The Linji Buddha was speaking of something like humans, beasts, Buddha, and demos. Something like there are rules in the world, and we should follow the rules, and we cannot do things recklessly. Based on my understanding, the Linji Buddha was saying humans and demos have different paths, which is also the basic meaning of the story. But if we understand this story this way, what does it have to do with the Black Myth? We are not here to see the cartoons. If it was preparing for chapter 3, I really feel like this part of the story can wait until the fox showing up in chapter 3, right? But this part of fox was in chapter 2 and mentioned by Linji Buddha. So I think this is telling the story of the entire Golden Buddha kingdom. The king was a human but became a demo after. The tiger monster tried to save people but ended up harming them. The mouse demo followed the Buddha as apprentice. Then the Buddha had the Buddha's head was cut off and he was considered a demo. So anyway, it's a big chaos. Besides, what I thought this voice was from Ninja Buddha because he said, "Is that correct? Sun Wukong?" Only Buddha can tell the full name of the great sage. But we know Wukong, the great sage, was gone in the game. So this must be a memory from the past. This involves a plot from the game that recalling about the past. In addition to humans and demons that should have different paths, it also involves thinking about karma of good and evil. Karma is also the key word in this chapter. So you can really think about it in above 2 ways based on the story. Then here goes a story saying something like, today's people do not see the movement of ancient times, but this movement once shone on people in old times. Both the kingdom of gold and the kingdom of sunset were no longer existing. It's saying there was once an ancient giant insect in the desert. The giant insect usually liked to sleep with no trees to be found. Once it wakes up, it will eat people and animals. It has a very hard shell and the ordinary swords cannot harm it. The merchants dare not approach this place and the surrounding small countries are suffering greatly. A mouse monster passing through this place used his magic power to knock down the giant insect and keep it for his own use. The king of the country was happy and granted the mouse monster a secret guardian of the country. So the mouse monster stayed. Later, the mouse demo was becoming so powerful, he even kidnapped town monk and engaged in a fierce battle with Sun Wukong at Huangfengling. The mouse demo is so powerful and thanks to Linji Buddha, otherwise town monk and Sun Wukong might not have been able to go to Western Heaven to retrieve the scriptures. Just without this mouse demo, this small country is also doomed. The story itself of this chapter is not so difficult to understand. What's difficult to understand is how this story relates to this chapter. Anyway, those were my initial questions, and that's pretty much all for today. And I hope my sharing can give you some inspirations. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.